Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the next episode of the Alpha Sapphire Hardcore Randomized Nuzlocke. It is great to see you all. It's actually been a few days since I've recorded because I just got back yesterday from my conference. So I'm really happy to say we didn't miss any days. That's huge. That makes a huge difference. I'm hoping that I can keep and continue on as we move forward. Now, I do have another conference coming up in 2 weeks, so I am going to be busy over the next couple weeks, but I'm going to do the best I can to make sure, again, we don't miss a day. I really don't want to. We have a new series starting on Shorts very soon as well, I believe on Monday, which I'm really excited about. And ideally, excuse me, we will be continuing on in today's game. Now, because it has been a few days since I've recorded, I am going to just take a quick peek at the team. I think what I want to do is, I'm going to throw Fruit out front. If I'm not mistaken, we left off with the XP share on. Am I correct? I hope I'm correct. I literally just had it. Yes, okay. So it really doesn't matter who we have out front at this point. I kind of just want to train up the team. I did check. We have a level cap of 45. So we've actually got a little ways to go. Obviously, there's a lot to do between here and the next gym, which is, of course, Lilycove City. Or not, excuse me, not Lilycove City, Moss Deep City. So we do have a little ways to go here, but I am going to take the opportunity. We're just going to have a chill conversation today, hopefully battle some trainers, maybe get an encounter or two. We'll see how it goes. But really, the goal is just to continue on and hopefully catch up with you guys. So one thing I want to note at the very front end of this episode, if I missed any comments while I have been gone for the last, well, since basically Saturday through Wednesday, I do apologize. I hope to go back and respond to as many of those as possible, but definitely keep in mind that, you know, if I'm gone, it's not easy to find time to respond. And so unfortunately, that is just a symptom of my full-time job, but that's just what it is. And, you know, it doesn't mean I don't appreciate the comments. Again, I will go back and read them and make sure at least that I respond to a handful, because I don't want to leave you guys hanging on anything. And I want you to know that, of course, I appreciate you very much for being a part of this series. So a huge thank you, and a huge thank you to everybody who's been so supportive and understanding of the fact that I have just had life stuff going on and more stuff to do. And unfortunately, that caused me to be gone for a while. You guys have been really kind and just saying good luck with the conference, that kind of thing. So thank you guys so much. I can say officially it's done. It was good. There were a few little logistical nightmares that popped up from time to time, but in general, it was a very successful conference. I help run a lot of the IT and AV stuff at these conferences, and then of course some logistical stuff as well. And so unfortunately, that's just a side effect of the job. I'm not a huge fan of going to the conferences. I don't really care to travel that much. But that being said, it was nice to see people. I work from home. And so while there's a lot of good in working from home, and I really do enjoy the opportunity, it's nice to catch up with people, especially coworkers, where I normally wouldn't be able to. And so thankfully, it worked out very nicely. We've been able to hang out a little bit. We had lunch before we left, which was great. Good way to catch up. And again, I'll get to see them quite shortly, actually, as we go to our next conference in a couple weeks. But more importantly than anything, I want to shout out my wife and just the single parents out there who have to endure the struggles of single parent life from time to time. We're very fortunate. Obviously, my wife and I do our very best to tag team and be the best parents that we can be. Understanding, of course, sometimes we will fail, but I'm happy to say we're very supportive of each other. And while she was sick with COVID, I was able to take our daughter. While I was out of town, she was kind enough to, of course, take her and take care of her. Now, thankfully, we have some family help, but in general, obviously, it really comes down to my wife is an all-star and did an absolute monstrous job taking care of our daughter, who was so happy when I got home. And I've gone on one conference, technically two, but one was literally a day turnaround. But I've been on a conference before, and it was earlier this year, but at that point she wasn't even a year, she was goodness, how old was she? Maybe 6 to 8 months range. And so we were just in let's keep this baby alive mode. And she was starting to like smile and giggle and stuff, obviously, but she wasn't like super aware of everything going on until very recently, and she's starting to walk now and all that stuff. So there's a lot of milestones that are happening right now, which is really exciting. But obviously this is the first conference I've been gone where I think she recognized truly that I was gone, and it was heartbreaking to leave. It was really, really difficult, but it was so sweet when I came home. Literally, I walked in the door, I had my backpack and my suitcase, and she just is like walking up to me and hanging out and being so sweet. And it was just the best, man. It was so sick. And she was loving on me, giggling, all that stuff. She just didn't want to let me go. And it made me feel really, really good, to be honest, selfishly. And then I think, yeah, after that, we just kind of, last night, we just sort of hung out and relaxed. We did order some dinner, so nothing too crazy. And then it was really nice because after Layla went to bed, we were able to just kind of hang out, enjoy ourselves, like have a drink, chat about what's been going on, like with our individual lives, with my wife and I, and it was just wonderful. We went to bed pretty early because we were both pretty tired, but it was just a wonderful, wonderful evening. And so I'm really happy to be back. It was nice to get back and see the family and hang out a little bit. We're also every week we hang out, where we try to, I will say, we hang out with my family and do cards. So we play a card game. It's called Pinochle, if you know it. Good on you. If you don't worry about ever trying to learn it. It's difficult and terrible, but that's just a family game that's always been in my family. And so, wow, nice. And so my parents come over and my niece comes over. My niece is, goodness, she just got into high school, which is crazy, but she helps watch our daughter. And then we just sit down and play some cards, and it's a blast. Have a few drinks, eat dinner. It's wonderful. And so we're looking forward to that tonight, which will technically be the night before you guys see this. But all that to say, it's been really good being home. I've missed home. I'm a homebody for sure. So it's great to be back. Obviously, guys, talking Pokemon a little bit. So as I said, we do have a new series hopefully starting on Monday. I haven't yet recorded for it, but I do have it all planned out. Graphics are ready to go. Pretty excited about the layout. It's a short series, so it's a little bit different, but I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be a fun one. And then, of course, hopefully continuing on both Pokemon Y and this Nuzlocke, which so far have been hugely successful. I'm really excited about it. I do have the binder over here. I actually do need to pick up a couple cards, and I haven't yet. And so that's definitely on my list. But again, it's just been so busy, I haven't really had much opportunity. But that's definitely coming, and I'm really excited to hopefully get those going. But in general, guys, I'm just so stoked for where the channel's at. One of the ideas that I had that I kind of want to throw out to you guys, and I think I mentioned some of this previously, that I want to maybe bridge the gap between the video games and the card game a little bit. I feel like not a lot of channels run both sides of that. Obviously there's some, let me be clear, but I feel like not a lot of them do. And it's tough, right? Because you're not splitting the audience necessarily, but there is some overlap, but then there's also not overlap, and that's worth considering. Oh my gosh, we could have had a Jirachi here. Yes, please. But that's worth considering, right? It's not just like, that's stuff when you get into the YouTube world, you kind of have to think about that kind of stuff. But that being said, excuse me, I think it's just something that I'm interested in. And so I'm wanting to make that happen and review some of that stuff as I get through these conferences. Sorry, my throat was kind of itchy. And so that's on my list of things that I'd like to maybe jump into at some point. But I also kind of want to do a little year-end review at some point as well. I think that would be kind of interesting, because it gives us all a chance to like just kind of get a good understanding of where everything's at. What are the goals for the channel over the next year? Like those kinds of things are not, oh gosh, this is scary. those kinds of things are sometimes hard to pin down. And so I want to take an opportunity and make sure we do that, because I think it's really important. Oh, geez. Please don't hit too hard. Our special D fell. Oh, no. This could be a problem. This could be a big problem. Huh. I did not read on how much exactly that did, so we're not gonna risk it. Part of me just wants to T-wave this, dude, honestly. I feel like that might be the move. This is scary. Gardevoir hits really hard, and while we do have Saman who hits poison, like the fairy type's pretty, oh gosh, darn it. Hits the fairy types pretty well with Poison Fang. It's obviously weak to Psychic, so like this is a really good check to our team that unfortunately we just don't have a whole lot to solve for. I'm gonna T-wave it. Excuse me. To hopefully slow this thing down. It's gonna get a Draining Kiss off. That did so much, dude. Okay, that's so bad. So Draining Kiss will just straight up kill Drew. Draining Kiss will not do much against Saman, but it has to have Psychic, right? Well, it does have Psychic, we saw it. What do we have here? It's so weak in comparison. I'm gonna make a potentially sacrificial play. I'm not sure on this, guys. This is tricky. This is really tricky. There's the Psychic. We could have safely gone into, oh gosh, it one-shot, oh my gosh. What do we do? What do we do? I'm wondering if we go into Saman, it's gonna Psychic and it will one-shot. I'm wondering if we try and Poison Fang and hope for Para. I'm gonna make the play. Saman, I really hope we can make this happen, buddy. Jeez, that did nothing. Oh God, it combined it again. All right, so it's gonna one-shot everything, like no doubt. We basically need a full para here. The good news is we should be able to get out of this, I think, even if... Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Devin, I'm so sorry we've lost you, but I will also say this had potential to sweep our team. Especially, we get the crit now, especially with 2 Calm Minds up, guys. I think that could have one-shotted everything on our team. Like, I have no doubt. Fruit gets to level 39. Synthesis. Do we want Synthesis? I'm gonna say no. Excuse me, I had to burp there for a second. That was a little gross. Mr. Mime. All right. I'm gonna double check something. Psychic Fairy, so it's also Psychic Fairy, seriously. Okay, I'm just gonna stay in. Mr. Mime is scary, but it's definitely not as scary. It's just the typing that's scary for us because we don't have good answers. Oh, good. We don't have good answers for it. I mean, we have answers for Fairy and we have answers for Psychic, but Fairy Psychic is a little tricky for us. That's tricky. But I mean, I think we'll be okay. It subs up, really. So Poison Fang's gonna break the sub. And we should be fine here, but because with Sandstorm and Poison, it's pretty inevitable. I just really hate that we lost Devin. Which I think, by the way, guys, we're not gonna make any party swaps. Oh no. Please don't hit that hard. Come on. come on, dude. It was, I should have swapped. That's just, it was using reflect and sub. Like I just didn't think it was gonna, it's Mr. Mime. Like it's not even that strong. Dang it, dude. Oh, that's such a big hit. Dang it. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna super potion up, everybody. What's our time? We are at 15 minutes. I want to grab an encounter before we do anything else. If we can. I'm gonna avoid you. Yes. Okay, so Route 121. I just want to get an encounter. That's it. Let's get Rex out front because we can T-Wave most everything. Dude, next episode, we're gonna have to train up a lot of Pokemon. Please be awesome for us. Well, I can't T-Wave that. I mean, it's a cool Pokemon, honestly. Like, I like Golurk. It's just kind of gonna be frustrating here. We definitely can't stay in. I guess I go fruit? I don't know. It's kind of a tricky one. I don't even know what it's gonna have necessarily. I've never used a Golurk in my life. It's a big boy, so we'll see. Thankfully that does nothing. What we'll have to do is, I think we can fly now. We may have to fly back and I'm gonna Mega Drain. I know it's probably like gonna do a chunk, but Shadow Punch, nice. Like I love the ghost typing here. Ghost typing is really helpful just against like, if we were to find a slacking or something like that, it's nice to have kind of a check for it, especially with the secondary typing. That's obviously like hugely helpful. But it's just, I don't know anything about Golurk. I don't know. Okay, we avoided that one. What I don't know, I need to check. Need to know what, okay, we did use that nickname. We get it? Yeah, okay. I mean, hey, we needed some good luck after all this. All right, I love this nickname. We're gonna go with this. That's great. Let me throw it in here. Again, guys, it's really helpful to use Nuzlocke.app. I don't know who used it. I would love to talk to them because I think they have made a phenomenal project or app. It's fantastic. All right. I would love to give a nickname to this. We are going to go Hamster, which I just think is a great name, for Hamster A477. Hamster, thank you so much, my friend. It's an absolute pleasure. I know you commented, I believe, yeah, it was on the Y Nuzlocke, but it's great to have you in this run. Awesome. Cool. So here's the trick. If I'm not mistaken, most of these trainers are very much optional. So what I want to see if I can do is get to Mount Pyre. Oh, we don't have Surf, do we? All right, I don't think it's technically cheating. I'm gonna kind of cheat, but not cheat. I'm gonna HM slave one of our unfortunately fainted Mons here just for a second. And I really hate, in particular, Saman. I really liked Saman. All right, so it technically doesn't matter because it's dead. We're gonna deposit Mons here shortly. I'm just gonna try and get a couple of encounters before we do, because I think it's kind of important for us to do so. We need some options, guys. We've got very few. All right, so this is Route 122. This is gonna be a new encounter. If we find one. There's Mount Pyre. That is technically another new encounter. Hey, come here. All right, see what we get. Oh. Well, that's really good. Keldeo is like my least favorite of these, but I mean, it's a good Pokemon. It's a legendary. Huh. I have thoughts. I like Keldeo. Or I might like Keldeo. Can I actually attack this thing though? Let's just double check a couple things, because I don't want to accidentally kill this. All right, so it is water fighting. So it should resist slash. So I'm actually gonna get, because we have refrigerate, I think it'll resist this. So as long as we don't go too crazy, it should be fine. I realize we're risking a critical hit, but I think I have to try one more because I don't think we can catch this thing in the green. Okay, I will start to throw some balls now. This is a Mon. Like it's not amazing, but it's a Mon. I will take it. It's also technically a water type. So like, this is stab surf, you know what I mean? Like, obviously I'm sure this is a physical Pokemon. I'm assuming, no, it's actually more special. Yeah, this is a great surf user. I'm curious what the ability will be. Just keep an eye on our HP as well, just to be safe, of course. We can always swap into fruit if we need to. But this is a good encounter. I'll take it. Nice, dude. That's so good. That is so good. All right. All right, we are gonna name this. I love it. Lair. This is for, well, let me pull up the full username. This is for Dragon's Lair X12, who commented on the Emerald Nuzlocke and just said, guys, this is a really solid team. It certainly is. We are in the Elite Four right now, guys, and I'm really excited about that run. I'm hoping we can make it through. I already know, but I have to build the suspense, of course. I'm really hoping we can make it through because that's the first run in a long time that we have the potential to really win. All right, Mount Pyre. This is, if I'm not mistaken, yes, another encounter. So we're just trying to get encounters right now, guys. That's all I care about. I do not want to fight anybody. But I think we can get, yeah, we can get an encounter right here. So let's find out what this is gonna be. Gosh darn it. I don't want a Pelipper. I'm sorry, I don't like Pelipper. I mean, we need it. I'm gonna try it, but it's just not my favorite at all. Oh, we should definitely not be in here either. If it has, okay, it's gonna brine. So I'm just gonna hard swap out here into something. It's tricky actually because, I'm gonna go fruit, I guess. I don't know. It's fine, we'll be fine. What it's going to amount to is if we can catch this, we're gonna fly back to Fortree City. Or we could try and sneak by into Lilycove, but I just don't want to risk it, you know? All right, I can pretty safely, I think, Razor Leaf, because it's not gonna be very effective. It's gonna be neutral. Right? Yeah, okay. So that's fine. It's just not my favorite Pokemon. It could be a great ability. That's the thing with these randomized Nuzlocks, especially in a case like this where we really just need some encounters. Like, you could get some crazy stuff. You just never know. One thing we could also do, we do have to the south Route 123. Safari Zone is right there also, by the way, but I don't think we can go in there yet. I want to say we have to go to Lilycove first to get the Pokeblock case. Maybe I'm incorrect. I would love to give you a nickname. All right. Recognizing that this is female and you very well may not be, that's fine. Your nickname, I think, will be perfect. We're gonna name you Boss, which is kind of funny in my opinion. But Boston317, thank you so much, my friend. Also commenting on the Emerald Nuzlocke and said, your team is sus, bro. It is sus, but it's a randomized Nuzlocke, so it makes sense. I think a lot of people, by the way, I've had a lot of comments and actually people then going back and commenting again, saying they missed something, but I've had a lot of comments just saying like, dude, what is this team? How are you getting these Pokemon? It is randomized. It will always be randomized because that's just how I like to play. And therefore you find crazy Pokemon. And you find some not so crazy Pokemon. It's just very dependent. So if you are watching any of the Nuzlockes and you just didn't know that that's what's going on, that's what's going on. I'm a little worried about there being a trainer down here. Please don't be a trainer. Okay. Salamancite. Okay, that's pretty cool. I think we can get an encounter on Route 123. I'm sure we can, right? I mean, we could always fish, but I don't want to. Yes, there is grass. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, Route 123, and this will be our last encounter, I think, for the episode, but... Wow. We don't have a Starmie, right? We never had a Starmie? Okay, I just want to make sure. I'm thinking about a different run, and that's totally fine. All right. I mean, we just start taking them out. I don't know. And just kind of hoping. Starmie is a really good water type, actually, but of course we did get a Keldeo too, so mixed feelings on that one. We'll see what we can do. Baylock's getting... It's gonna rapid spin, that's fine. It does nothing. Recover, Swift. Interesting, okay. I'm all for this, it's great. I'm just gonna start one by one taking him down. I have no clue what the ability is gonna be on this, so like we just have to hope it's the good, like, I'm assuming it can have multiple abilities. It's a Starmie, and so I basically just have to hope we get a good one. And maybe it doesn't have a good one, I don't know, but I'd love to see a good one. All right, let's Electro Ball again. Doesn't matter which one we hit. So I'm gonna say this, on one hand, we've lost what I would consider one really potentially good Pokemon. I would say two really potentially good Pokemon. Rhyperior was also potentially going to be awesome. Now, it was a duplicate typing for us, so I think that's where I'm a little less sad, and it was also under leveled, but that's where I'm like middle ground. It sucks, but I think it was the right play because we needed that clean switch in. What I don't love, so that's what I don't love about this episode. What I do love about this episode is we've gotten, it has Limber. Oh, interesting. Okay. What do I do? Can I slash you? You're barely like hanging on here. You're level 15. I'm just gonna chuck one and we're gonna see what happens. I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to do something. I'm just gonna slash because it is refrigerated and we're gonna see what happens. That's perfect. Oh, that's not perfect. Freaking recover. This is why Starmie is so annoying. So the problem is if we get a crit, it's just gonna die. We can't T-wave it because it's a Limber. We just have to hope we don't kill it. Please don't. So now we can't slash it this time because it will just kill it. Oh, what is this episode? First episode back and all of this happens. I mean, this is a crazy episode. Do I have two coolies? All right, well, I'm just gonna have to Ultra Ball again here, guys. Yes, fantastic. All right, I'm very happy about that. That's excellent. So glad we caught another. Dude, we are stacking up these encounters, guys. That's all that matters. All right, we are gonna nickname this one. So I think we may have already used the nickname, but we are now nicknaming it for a different user. So I think that's fine. We're gonna nickname this Hollow, but it is for Simply Hollow, who did comment, who said, who was Hollow nicknamed after? Unfortunately, it was not you in the Emerald Nuzlocke, just because I think you were a recent commenter. However, this is you in this one. So congratulations and thank you so much for being a part of this run. I really do appreciate it, guys. Any and all support is, of course, appreciated. So it's great to have you guys. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to teach Fly to Saman, who is super dead, and that's unfortunate. But what we're going to do is fly back to Fortree City. And then in between episodes, I am going to take a peek at the team and hopefully make some changes and then, of course, level some Pokemon up here. But I think we definitely need to get back to a safe place to look at the team here because, I mean, unfortunately, we've lost a lot. I'd love to go and not cheat our way into Lilycove, but like avoid all the trainers into Lilycove. But I just don't want to risk it. If we get into a battle, it's going to take longer. And unfortunately, it means we are in bad shape. So I just want to deposit some mons, take a quick peek at what we have. And then, of course, we can make some informed decisions after the fact. But unfortunately, Saman, I'm so sorry, man. You were so close to Sam. Sorry, not Saman. And then Devin, I'm so sorry as well. But again, we've got some really cool Pokemon here. We have Moxie on you. Ooh, that's interesting. We do have Limber, of course, on here. Super Luck and Magician. So the only trick is, of course, this is technically, in our view of this run, this is going to count as a legendary, and we already have Diancie. So we do have to make some concessions at some point here, potentially. But I'm going to make those choices in between episodes, guys. For now, I'm going to save the game, and we're going to call it a day. This has been a crazy episode. I really do appreciate you guys watching. It's great to be back, hanging out with you guys. I will, again, figure out the team in between episodes. We'll talk about it at the beginning, but I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being patient with me as I am getting through kind of a busy season at work. I'll do my best not to miss days. I'm trying really hard not to, but if I do, just know it's not because I want to. It's because, unfortunately, I've got a lot going on, but I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic weekend. Definitely check out the Pokemon Y Nuzlocke. It should have an episode going up tomorrow. And then, of course, we'll see you back here on this series on Monday. But thank you guys. I'll see you soon.